Well, good morning. I was warned twice today in a text message that the road that I was going up to church is under construction. So I took another place and that was under construction. Another way, everything's under construction to come up to the church. But usually I arrive late, but today, because of those warnings and construction, I think I actually got here somewhat on time. So Mark was quite happy with that. And the thing is that like the summertime is a chance to do some construction work. It's a chance for us to maybe look at the paths that we're normally traveling and maybe step back and see it from a different perspective and wonder if this phrase of Jesus, probably one of the most profound insights into the spiritual life that anybody could ever give. But because he's God, it's even more profound. It's not just some guru speaking. It's truly something that we all need to be praying about and to take to heart. For where your treasure is, there also will your heart be. I don't know, maybe it's too trite to think of it like that, but have you ever seen a slinky? You know, it kind of dovetails over the other. The whatever the slinky, the beginning part of the slinky is, the back's coming right at it. And in some sense, where our treasure is, that's where our heart's going to just be consumed by. And so it's good for us to wonder as we get these months of summer, maybe to look at our perspective a little different and to wonder what pathways do I typically travel in my daily routine. When I wake up in the morning, what do I think about? As I go through different relationships, how do I go about them? As I look at our Lord and wonder, how can I, during this summertime, be able to rest in him more and make sure that that second part of the slinky, my heart, is truly following the treasure, which is Jesus. And one of the best ways of doing that happens in this chapel. It's what you're doing now, and that is to recognize that as we're in this time of our church where we're treasuring the greatest treasure Jesus left us, which is body, blood, soul, divinity in the Eucharist, that's what we treasure. That's what orients us. It's beautiful. I lived in Mexico for 7 years, and there's these little towns that whenever there's mass going on and the priest is in consecration, that not only does the altar server ring like the little bell at the altar, but there'll be somebody in the back ringing the bell for the main church. In the whole community, when the bell is ringing, goes in silence and falls on their knees. Whether they're at the little drugstore, whether they're doing their construction work, when the bells ring, that means Jesus is present in their community. They do the same thing at benediction when there's benediction after adoration. And it is by far, one of those just little details of a culture like Mexico that has these just little indications of a person and a community that treasures the Eucharist. In fact, they won't walk out of it. They won't walk out of adoration backwards. They'll always face the Eucharist. And it's kind of strange because, like, what are they doing? But they walk backwards out because they don't ever want to take their eyes off the prize. So these are just little devotional ways of doing it, but I think more importantly, it's for us to recognize that, yeah, truly, like, what we treasure is where our heart's going to be, and wonder during this time of the summer, how can we refresh, how can we treasure more the presence of Jesus in the Eucharist and truly Eucharize our day? Even if we can't go to daily Mass or go to adoration every day, there's still that orientation of our way in which we go about our day, discovering and wondering, when's the next time I can receive Jesus? When's the next time I can spend some time in front of the Blessed Sacrament so that we can be these lights in a world that's sometimes full of darkness?